Hello, Miss. Um, we are going to 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 do our second oral evaluation, and today the topic is about migration. For starting the oral evaluation, we are going to make a little introduction about the topic, and for starting, we need to say that the migration is not just a subject for or 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 something that humans do. There are also animals that migrate. The and for starting, we can when we search this word, we can find migration for humans and animals. Migration for humans is the movements of humans to a new area or country for finding a new work or for a better living. And when we talk about animals, it is the movements of animals to a new region, but this is always in seasons. For example, when you talk about that there is winter, the birds move to another country or region where the weather is more hot, and they can find food. And this 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 and these movements is called a seasonal movement. When we talk about our topic will be about human migration, then we will focus on that. And when we talk about human migration, we for example, we have several types of migration, and these several types of migration are, for example, internal, external, immigration, life step migration, and there was another that is chain migration. um, all the migration of human can be, for example, permanent. For example, I don't know, I find an amazing job in another country, and I decide to stay there, and this will make me a permanent migration. But if I, for example, just move to another place to for a short time, for example, 1 year, this will make me a semi-permanent migration. And we also search a little statistics to just give a short and quick information that according to statistics, in the year 2007, where more people immigrate or immigrate. We were emigrate and immigrate, and their years they were between 15 and 40 years old. and and this is just the that's this was the introduction about migration.
Okay, I told about the cause of migration. The practice of moving away from home in search of a better place is becoming common. The East Global Multi allows people to migrate to distant places around the world. The rate, the rate of human migration has increased recently due to many factors. There are a few factors to cause people to migrate from home country to another. Eh, There are pull and push factors that encompass in each cause. The are different causes. The cause include social, political, economic aspects. The effects also vary for both sending and host countries. Uh, Firstly, human immigration is due to social factors such as races, sexism, and religion. The pushing factor from the social perspective is that a people being discriminated on their humans, and people in this country are treated unfairly because of their difference and that they are small in numbers. Besides that, the disapproval of relationships cause people to migrate away from their homeland. Religious issues that can stir up controversy will lead people that want to avoid getting involved in religious conflicts to migrate to safer places. Many Many of these people seek freedom in the social aspects of their life. The pulling factors come is in another of the countries, such as United States, Brazil, uh, Argentina, Germany, and on the other place, but this is the principal place. The people often seek refuge in countries that are more open, minding and access you for who you are disagreeing or race or religion. Furthermore, people migrate from their homeland as political issues arise. The main reason being the action of migrating is because they do not agree with the government rule is disapproved for your personality. And governing instability, war, and oppression contribute to the pushing factors of migration. War will cause death of the innocent. Most people will try their best to escape the war, or, or they cause that don't approve for that. The Persian government, such as not recognizing the rights of people, will also cause people to migrate away. For example, Malaysia has recently accident is undergone an election that was unfair due to the treatment of the governing parties, and this caused the bad feelings of the people. This is the cause that people immigrate, and is obviously that all cause that I mentioned is is a reason that people don't like live in your countries or don't stay in your country in the same form of the other person that uh, uh, had a had a had a, the same rights that for live in order in this country. This is the cause.
Uh, Now I'm going to talk about of the impacts of the migration. The human migration affects population patterns and characteristics, social and cultural patterns, and process economies and physical environments. As people move, their cultural traits and ideas diffuse along with them. Uh, Consequence is the create and modify cultural landscapes. First, consequence demographic effects. Migrate is one of the components of the population change that, along with the mortality and fertility, two things cause the people and population uh, uh, imbalance of the structure of the population for their direct and indirect effects. Another demographic impacts of migration in the region of original is the sex and the being primarily driven by labor migration. Issue often migrate more men than women, and therefore, in the regions of the destinate is no great proportion of men in the home and women. Uh, Second, economic effects. Employment and waves. It is commonly argued that migrate tends to arise unemployment and reduce waves of native workers because immigration increase the labor supply and compete for jobs with the works not in the native works. Some of the maybe displace and see their waves reduce remittance. One of the direct benefits of international migration for the sending countries are the remittance. Their absolute and relative magnitudes can reach very significant and dimension in some national economies. And the third effects is the social effects, uh, some the loss and workforce, a loss of the workforce, the immigration of people between countries causes a loss of labor of the issue countries and labor income to the recipient. The population redistribution seen in loss of the human capital in sending communities and regardless of the whether they are unskilled or skills workers to work. Uh, the integration of the population is the person feel the among the most significant impact is the social of immigration because this process that the challenge and the difficulties of integrate of migration in other countries in the host society and uh, some factors, some economic, political level, and but also in the cultural terms.
Okay, teacher, I'm going to talk about some laws about migration that the geographer Rapstein developed a series of migration laws in the 80s that form the basis for modern migration theory. In simple language, these principal states are the first one, most migrants travel only a short distance or sometimes to long distance. I'm going to present you an example. Here in Central America, we can find the example about the the people that want to go to United States to search for to find a new life with a new job where they can find a new job and send the money for their family and with that have a better life. They travel a long distance. For example, family that go from Honduras to United States, that is a long distance. And the short distance can be the people that went to the city, that go to the city from little towns in the rural area. The second law talk about the migrants traveling long distance, usually settle in urban areas. That is the example that I said. It for an example of this is when the people from rural areas go to United States, they go to find a new job. Where they can find a new job? In the urban area. For example, most people in Guatemala go to Los Angeles. And in Los Angeles is a big city where they can find a lot of jobs and have money for their families. The third one is the most migration occurs in steps. Why steps? Because everything have like steps. The steps of migration can be, for example, when they plan the migration and where they want to go. The second step, where when they find someone that will take them to the place, for example, to United States. The third step can be when they when they travel, they make the travel to the new country or the new town. And the final step is when they are in the new town or the new city, and they create a new life there. The next one is most migration is rural to urban. That's what I said in the second law, that most people go from the rural area because they don't have the same opportunities as they have in the urban area. In the rural area, most people work in agriculture, and we know that the agriculture is not is something that doesn't give them a lot of money. So they go to urban area to find jobs, better jobs, where they can have a big increase to their family. The next one is that most migrants are adults, but adults don't mean like 30, 30 years, 30 years, 30 years old people. Adults mean like 20 years old people. That's why our countries have like a that's why our countries in Latin America have a low rates about young people, because the young people is migrating to other countries to have new life, to have new job, and because they don't have the opportunities in their country. And the last law, it talks about the most international migrants are young males, like I said, while more internal migrants are female. With this final thing, the internal migrants are female. Why? Because in rural areas, the female the females doesn't have opportunities, because they have like the idea that only the men can do can work. And as I say, in the rural area, the only job that the people do is the agriculture, and it's not common to see a woman working in the field and producing for their family, or to sell in the market. So that's why the female go to the cities or to the urban area. Um, Most common cases are when they work for a family, they take care of the kids of this family, or make clean in their homes, do garden jobs or something like that. So finally, I we know that the migration happens in every part of the world. It's not it's not it's not a topic that is actually happening. It's a topic that is happening since the first man was in the air. So it's not new, and I think we think that we have to adapt to this to this topic, and we have to be informed about it, because it's something that is happening, especially in our area, the Latin American area. This can be positive or negative to in some cases. For the family that is migrating, is is a positive is a positive is a positive way, because they are searching for a new life and new job. But the countries that receive that migrants, they say that is a negative aspect of immigration, because they have to like take care of these new people, and it's people that sometimes they think that are better for nothing. But if they focus on these people are the ones that work in some jobs that the people from that country doesn't work, because they don't feel like able to do that. So migration have negative and positive aspects, and those are and those make the migration interesting, and we have to continue knowing about that, accepting the topic. So that's all. Thank you, Migracia.